They call us Grandma and Grandpa Domino. And I played a lot of domino on that time.
His son Keith, I talked to Keith. Keith's the one who built my house. I said to Keith, who taught who? Did you teach Ira, or did Ira teach you? And you know what Keith said? He said, what did he say? That's what Ira said.
Yeah, both of my boys construction workers. They built houses. I built 5 houses for myself and lived in every one of them and sell them, you know.
And now is Troy Allen your
grandson?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have great-great-grandsons. Yeah. You have any great-great-great-grandsons?
Oh, yeah. I don't have it. I think I got about 40 great.
Oh gosh, that's good stuff.
I've had a good life. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, don't say like it's finite, like it's over. You're having a good life. You're living a good life. So no cigarettes. I mean, did you drink much?
No, I drank a little bit, but not very much, and I never did smoke. Which I thought was probably helped my health, you know.
Now, were you in the military?
Huh?
Were you in the military? Were you like in the army or?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
No.
So in the 30s, then during the Great Depression, you were what? Roughly 30, 25, 30?
It was pretty rough.
Yeah.
But I made it through.
How old were you?
I was about 33, I think, when the depression hit.
Wow. I mean, going through the wars, going through time. I mean, World War II, World War I,
Yeah.
World War II, Vietnam, Korea. As far as the government, and not the government, but just the military, I mean, handling different wars. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Like, especially, what are your thoughts on war as far as, I mean, like us going back to...
Oh, the worst, you mean?
Yeah.
Is in the 30s.
Really?
It's just plain hard to make a living, you know.
So where did you, during the Great Depression, where did you live?
Well, they had built roads with just picks and shovels. They didn't have any big heavy equipment. They did it to help people, you know, to work, to have a living. It was rough in the 30s. It was hard to make
So
it.
where were you live? Like, where did you live at during the Great Depression?
I lived north of Mountain Grove and down in Missouri, east of Springfield. Lived out on a farm.
Now, here in the Midwest, I mean, every time you hear about the Great Depression, you see the food lines, the stuff in New York City and the big cities. But here in the Midwest, how was it affected? I mean, or how was the Midwest affected during the Great Depression? Did they have the picket line, the food lines, and the whole nine? Yeah.
I don't think I was ever in the picket line.
I mean, were people as I think the words I'm trying to say.
People that just didn't have any way of making a living, you know. And I had a farm and had some cattle, and that's how I got there.
Wow.
But Ira, didn't people help each other more in them days than they do nowadays? Didn't people help each other?
They did.
With food, if they had a garden, people would share their garden?
Yeah, if they was building a barn or a house, we jumped in and helped one another.
Yep.
Wow.
But the depression was something to go through.
So throughout your whole life, was the depression the hardest time in your life?
That was the hardest time in my life.
Really? Wow. So where were your parents from? Did they come
Pardon?
over, your parents, did they come over on a boat? Or were they born here in the U.S.?
They was born here.
And so where's your ancestry?
They went, huh?
Where's your ancestry from?
They were all of my family, practically was around in Missouri. In Missouri, of course, there a long time.
So is your original family from Germany? I'm just saying that because a lot of people I know that are from Missouri, I mean they're like their parents were German or.
No, I don't know of any background like that.
Okay.
We just always lived out in the country. None of my family lived in town. Most all of them was in the country people. Lived out on the farm. Made what they eat what they made. That's it, the side of it. Mostly all farmers.
Yeah, could you imagine back then? A McDonald's in the corner?
No.
Instead of having to go out and slaughter your own calf and just stop
All
that.
I started to working out when I was on my own when I was 16 years old. I got $1 a day. 10 cents an hour. We worked 10 hours. Didn't work 8 hours.
Wow.
I can remember very well when the 40-hour and wage came into effect. You know, we just worked from sun up till sundown.
Yeah.
And then when the wage an hour passed by, they made them, they'd fine them if they worked them, you know,
Really.
that way.
Well, Ira, thank you again for this. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next year.
Okay, take care.